Hey, busy crafters. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Jessica, and I called you all here again today because we have that's right, that's just our imagination collaboration going on, hosted by Kathy Jo with Kathy Jo DIYs, as well as Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIYs, and our guest host is Joanne with Joanne's DIY Life. These ladies have come up with some crazy stuff to craft with. So we all lost our mind a little bit. It's these three's fault. So the first thing that we're supposed to use in this collaboration is not the aluminum foil. Nope. Nope. You'll never guess what we have to use. Yeah, we have to use toilet paper. Of all things in the world, toilet paper. So my husband not having enough toilet paper, that's Joanne's fault. So after racking my brain and seeing what in the world am I going to do with toilet paper? Like, seriously? This is what I came up with. So what I did is I took aluminum foil and I made 3 different size, aluminum foil balls. And now I'm just like smushing it around and everything like that. So you see what I did there. And it's like, woohoo. Yes, we are making a snowman. But not like normal, I guess. Because it's toilet paper. Like, seriously. So I glued all of the balls together, and then I just go ahead and mask and tape the whole thing because I needed this to be structurally sound. I did not want my snowman to actually fall apart, especially with, using the TP. So I go ahead and do that, and I was like, oh, I want him to have arms. Not like your normal, like, little stick arms. I need him doing a certain something. And you'll go ahead and see what he's doing here shortly. So I just go ahead and make the little arms out of aluminum foil as well, and just glue it on. And then that arm was a little tiny bit skinnier, so I had to add more. I had to add more aluminum foil to it, but you're not gonna see any of it. Like this snowman took a lot, but he turned out so adorable. And then so I have him with his one hand like put to his stomach area, and then I have the other hand reaching up. So I go ahead and just masking tape the whole thing as well to give it that structural sound, or that structural, because he is going to be holding something. Now, my original plan was he was going to be holding a lantern. It was a small lantern, and it lights up. I got it from Amazon, and that's what I wanted him to originally hold. It did not work out that way. No, the lantern was just as big as he was, and it was just like it's sitting on the ground. Even though the loop fit in his arm, or fit on around his arm, it was still sitting on the ground and looked stupid. So, yeah. So here's where the toilet paper comes into place. Okay, so I just take this toilet paper and I shred it to pieces. Yeah, I do. And I thought, well, I shredded up what I thought was a lot. And it turned out, no, it was not a lot. So I just take that toilet paper and I spritz it down with water. And I'm like, okay, it shrunk real quick. And it did not do anything good. So I just kept doing that until I got the amount that I needed. Here I am doing it again. I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole, like, 500 times that I've, unraveled toilet paper to shred it up. I'm not going to make you watch that. I just spritz it down, and I did that. So right there's enough. So I take regular old, like, school glue, white glue, Elmer's glue. It's not Elmer. I got it from the Dollar Tree. And I just go ahead and mix it up. And I was like, okay, that's not enough glue, so add more glue. And I'm just stirring it up real nice. It is a little bit on the liquid side. There is a recipe that I did not follow that I will leave in the description box down below. But then I just go ahead and take a little bit of cornstarch and I mix it all up. And tell you the truth, because I did not follow the recipe, I just did my own thing. Because that's what I do over here. I just do my own thing. Like, recipe schmecipe, like. So I'm like, okay, it's starting to feel like clay. So that's what we're making. We're making toilet paper clay. And now you can see that it's now like a ball of clay. And all I did was toilet paper, water, a nut. It's not soggy, but there's a little bit extra water. white glue and starch, and I just eyeballed it into where I felt like, okay, I can go ahead and mold this and take care of that, you know. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm now adding it to the snowman. I wanted to add it to the hand first, just in case, to see if it is structurally sound, you know. So because he's going to be holding something, it's not going to be the lantern, and it's not going to be the birdhouse that I thought he would be holding, because the birdhouse loop was way too small. So I had to come up with something entirely different, because I just didn't want him to, you know, reaching up in the air at nothing. So we came up with something very cute. And my husband was there, and he's like, yeah, I like that idea. So cute. So I'm just going ahead, and I'm going to cover the whole thing with this toilet paper glue mush. The toilet paper was still on a little bit on the wet side. So I just take, you know, a paper towel, and I just dab it, and then I leave it overnight. So a little bit on the crease right there on his belly was still a little bit wet, so I just hit it with the heat gun, and then I just covered the whole thing in Mod Podge, you know, because I really do want him to be sturdy. So then I take those 2 tree branches that I got from Amazon. The glue has since dried, and I painted them with my nutmeg brown in apple barrel. And then I just go ahead and take the little snowman, and I paint him with my Waverly white chalk paint. And as the paint is still wet, I add a little tiny bit of glitter on there. And yeah, so then I paint that little board. I paint it same with the white chalk paint in Waverly, or white chalk paint from Waverly. And then I take that little, what is that thing? Oh yeah, the styrofoam thing, the styrofoam disc. Cut it in half, and I go ahead and glue it down to the board. Now with the board, I did not paint the bottom, but I did paint the front, or the top, the sides, and the front and the back. Like you can see there, like all the sides all the way around, just not the bottom. Then I take those trees, hot glue them in the middle, take some floral wire, and then I just go ahead and loop it around. So the hot glue is going ahead and holding it in the middle for a little bit, and then I just, you know, I don't know how many times I looped it around. I just did it until I was satisfied. Then I take the tree, put a little bit of hot glue in there, and push it down. And then now I'm taking some Waverly chalk paint in white, and I'm just going to go ahead and add where snow would normally fall on, you know, a tree like this. I have a lot of oak trees, so I kind of have a good idea of where the snow will, because I see it every winter. So then I got those 2 little wooden birds from my stash, and I just paint them red, and I put one in the tree, and then I put one on his arm, because he's catching it. Like I said, he was supposed to be holding a lantern. It would have been so cute, but didn't happen that way. So then I have that little bird house, or that little bird cage that I am gluing down. And then of course I put a nose on him and a smile. And then I wanted a little bit of color because everything's going to basically be white except for the birds in the bird cage. So I just put a little blue ribbon on him for his scarf. It says "Let it snow." That's not me talking. That's him talking, because he wants it to snow, because when it doesn't snow and it gets hot outside, he's no more here. He's no longer here. He has to go wait until next season. So he wants it to snow. So I'm going to just be like, yes, I'll let it snow for you. Then I go ahead and take some of the gems that I got last year from Hobby Lobby. They look like little snowflakes. I go ahead and tack them down, or hot glue them down to the front for his buttons, and then I add a little green gem to them later on. It's off camera though. Because this one, because it was so complex, this project took a little bit longer than I wanted to, so I had to cut a lot of stuff out. Like a lot of stuff. Just the important parts is what you guys, you know, got. Like what I did with the toilet paper. Then I take some cotton balls, stretch them out a little bit, Mod Podge them down to make it look like he's in fluffy snow, so he doesn't have to go away when the seasons change. He can stay. He turned out really cute. My son's girlfriend came over and thought he was made of plaster. So, yeah, he's pretty sturdy, and they couldn't tell that he was made out of toilet paper, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, they were shocked when I was like, no, it's toilet paper. They're like, oh my goodness. So, Now I'm just going to go ahead and glue him down before I lay out the rest of the cotton balls that I'm showing you there. See, cotton balls. And yeah, I'm not going to show you me doing all of it because that would take too long. Like I said, this project, with it being so complex, it took a lot, like days. Yep. So there's the final review. There's him with the little bird. He might be catching them to put them in that cage, or he might be releasing them. And that bird is just like saying thank you one last time, looking at his face adoringly. It's so cute. So I want to take a moment to thank all of my subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. This channel would not be where it's at or what it is if it wasn't for you guys. So I appreciate you guys so much. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Okay, now on to project number 2. And this one is, oh yeah, pill bottles. So we had to use pill bottles as another must-use item. And so all of the pills being in one baggie, like a crazy, crazy trail mix, that's Kathy Joe's fault. So it's like, pill roulette. No, I'm kidding. These are old ones that, of course, I never understood why people kept them until now, because I used to keep my buttons in them. So now I don't have buttons in them. I have buttons laying all over the house, but whatever. Thanks, Kathy Joe. Love you, girl. Anyways, so I go ahead and make myself a very toxic area. Make sure when you are doing this, I'm using a wood burning tool to cut that thing in half, because I tried cutting one with scissors and it cracked to all pieces. Like, it was terrible. So I took my wood burning tool. You can see the smoke coming up. Make sure you are in a well ventilated area, have a window open and a fan going, because it is very toxic, and no, it's just not worth it. So I go ahead and I just have to cut 2 of them in half so I didn't have to suffer for too long. So I cut 2 of them in half and I place them down. I glue them, hot glue them together. Of course, they're a little bit off. They're not cut straight. Nobody's perfect. Only one who is perfect was Jesus. And perfect left the world when he left the world, but it will be coming back because Jesus is, in fact, coming back. So right here, I just go ahead and clip off a little bit. The middle of the bottle is not as brittle as the top. So when I try to cut through the top of the bottle is when the whole thing shattered. Here I got, very blessed, and the bottles did not shatter. So I just make a hole on the top and the bottom, and then I go ahead and take that. Oh yeah, here I'm taking some brown macrame cord that I got, and I just go ahead and staple it down. Now, then I turn it over and I do Mod Podge on only half of it. I only do Mod Podge on half of it. And then my husband, he helped me with this project. He picked out that paper because he's like, I don't know, this tree, you guys will see. So he helped me pick out that paper. And I was like, oh yeah, then I could put little gems in the little snowflakes. And he's like, yeah, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Like, why are you telling me? But he didn't say that. That's just me mad-libbing. That's one of my husband's and my husband and my little thing. We like to mad-lib people. We just sit in the parking lot if we're getting into our car. We're waiting for our kid to come out of the store. We just mad-lib people. It's funny. Dang it, Coral. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, so I go ahead and I Mod Podge it all down, and then I do the dry Mod Pod, and then hit it with my little tool here, the heat press. So then I take the pill bottles and I hot glue them to the board. Yeah. There it is. And then I take the white Christmas tree that I got from the Dollar Tree. I got it last year because I had a different plan for it, and it didn't work out because Christmas crafts come and go. Like, everything on YouTube is just, coming and going, and it gets pretty crazy, and sometimes you get overwhelmed. But I'm trying to keep up. I understand why we go through it so fast, because we want to give our viewers time to go get the stuff that they want, if they want to recreate something, or if we gave them inspiration. These videos are for inspiration, and you might be like, oh, I could do that better. And it'd be like, awesome. If you do recreate something of mine, and I would love to see it. Like, I really would. I would love to see it because I do want to inspire people, to get creative. And that's one thing about this playlist, or this collaboration, I should say. Yes, sometimes we moan and groan and we, call each other out. It is what it is. But I really do appreciate the host, Kathy, Joe, and Brenda, and their co-host for that month, because they really do make us think outside the craft stash. I'm not even kidding. Like toilet paper, pill bottles, mop heads. These are not normal crafting stuff. But we also make, these women are very talented, and I really do look forward to being a part of it, as well as watching every single one in this playlist. So be sure to go over to Kathy, Joe, and Brenda's channel, as well as Joanne's channel. Give them some love, as well as everybody who's in the playlist, and see what everybody else did with toilet paper, pill bottles, and mop heads. So I look forward to it. And I just go ahead and take that fuzzy ribbon that I got last year, and I just go ahead and put it down. Tack it down. I use a lot of hot glue. The Gorilla Hot Glue has never failed me yet. Well, it has once, but that's because you can't stick hot glue outside in the heat. Yeah. So that was my bad, not Gorilla. And then I just go ahead and tack that down. Now I put the trees in, and I'm just going to go ahead and fluff it out. Now I was going to decorate it because I have like the little blue balls on there, and they're two different color blues. They weren't really the color blue that's on the thing itself, on the paper itself. And so I was like, I don't know, but my husband says it looks cute. And then I hung it up and I realized that Santa hat is way too darn big, like way too darn big. So if I were to do this again, I'd probably use 2 trees. Yeah, I'd probably use 2 trees to make it a little bit fuller. And so, but I think it turned out cute. I think the concept is cute. And I may have to go back, because I looked at it while I'm doing this video, and I'm like, you know what? I should have put a bow on there, like under the tree. So I may have to do that. I'll put a bow on the Santa hat under the tree. That might give it a little bit something else too. So then I go ahead and put the little gems and all the little snowflakes that are visible. And then I take this sheer ribbon that I got from Walmart last year. I fold it in half, and I'm just going ahead along with the raw edges. I didn't want them to be, seen, and I really did not want to break out the paint. Yeah, because sometimes, I love painting. Sometimes I don't want to, guys. I don't want to paint. And so that's what I did there. And no paint and everything like that. Dollar Tree stuff. And look at how cute. So yeah, I think either make the Santa hat a little smaller or put an extra tree in there just to give it more fluff. Probably the Santa hat just a little bit smaller. But let me know what you think. Do you think I should put a bow on it, or do you think it's fine just the way it is? Go ahead and follow me on all my social medias. All of the links to them will be in the description box below. And please subscribe. Okay, so now on to project number 3. This right here is, we have to use mop heads. And that's Brenda's fault. So my house not being mopped, thanks Brenda. No, I'm kidding. I don't use these kind of mops for the house. I have one of those little spin ones. I love that mop. The little spin ones. It's nice. You don't have to touch nasty water. You just step on it and it just spins. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I really do love it. It's from Cedar. And so I just take the mop heads and I just cut them all off. And then I take this pickle jar, which after I seen the pickle jar, I was like, dang, I really want a pickle right now. And those pickles are delicious. Like, they have a good crunch to them. They have they're crisp and beautiful pickles. Now I want to go get pickles. But I take that old pickle jar and I just take tacky glue, or my Aleene's tacky glue. I do that all the way down. Now this is 3 layers, and I started, 2 layers are on the bottom, like where the lid meets. These are actually on the lid. So then I take that huge round ball. It has like and I paint it with my chalk paint, Hello Hobby chalk paint in Ruby. and it kind of has like a flat bottom to it, and it comes in a 4-pack. That's at Hobby Lobby, and it's their wood pile. So here I left all of this in because, to tell you the truth, I had no idea what I was doing. I did not have a clue of what I was doing. You want to see good gnomes? Go on over to Simply Blessed Crafts. Tiffany, she makes amazing gnomes. This right here, I was I was winging it. I really was. So he ended up turning out really cute, but I did not know what to do with all that fabric. And so I just like glue him down, and I'm praying, this whole time going, oh, please let this work, please let this work, please let this work. And by the grace of God, and only by the grace of God, it worked. I, you guys don't understand. I was panicking this whole time. And the whole time I'm sitting there going, man, if Tiffany were here, she would have this down pat. Like, she would know what to do. And so now I'm sitting there going, yeah, I need Tiffany now. But that's why I keep rolling it up and putting it on the top, because the whole time I'm thinking, what do I do? What do I do? I have no idea. I'm going to go crazy. Little gnome man is going to go flying out the window, and that's not good because there's a window right next to my desk. It was stressful, but it was worth it. So I go ahead, and the whole time that I'm tacking down or hot gluing down the fuzzy ribbon around see all that, if you see all that fabric, I'm like panicking. Right there is when it fell just perfect, and I was all like, oh my goodness, yes. Because then when I turn it around, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'll just do this. So now it's kind of like a long Santa hat. And when I saw that, I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you, Lord, so much. Because then the panicking kind of stopped, and I could calm down a little bit, and yeah. So I just go ahead and hot glue and fold, and hot glue and fold, and then cut and hot glue, and then I just start adding so much different things to it, cutting, gluing, folding, it didn't matter. As long as it was getting the shape that I wanted, I was just doing it. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to follow the fabric. I'm just going to follow the fabric. So that's what I did here. And it would have been a lot easier if I could have found a Santa hat. But no, could not find a Santa hat to save my life. So I had to, improvise. And that's what I did. So unfortunately, it became a Santa hat. And it became one that I was like, okay with. So then I just go ahead and do the little red nose. I chose to do the red nose because at first I was going to do antlers on it. And my son was all like, yes, Mom, do the antlers. That's cute. The antlers weren't staying up. I guess the antlers were too heavy for the white ribbon, because they kept falling off. They weren't sticking. They were It was like he got drunk and ran into a tree, and his antlers were all over the place. Like one antler was over here, and the other antler was hanging down over here. Like it was terrible. So I didn't do the antlers, but he would have looked so cute with the antlers. That was my original plan. But he ended up turning out to be cute anyway. So, my little pickle Santa, he's not too bad. My little pickle Santa gnome. He's not too bad. And I just go ahead and get that, what is it? It's right here. I don't know. It doesn't say what it is. I know what it is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it doesn't want to come out. But I get that little leaf from that little pick that I got last year, and I tacked 2 of them down. They were also having problems staying with that ribbon, so I had to hold it there. And then I just take little white paper flowers that I got many years ago when I was doing cards, tacked 2 of them down, one big one and then one smaller one, and then I just put a little berry in the middle. And look at him, isn't he cute? And I'm so grateful that the hat turned out that way. I was so panicking. I hope you guys didn't see it. My hands are panicking. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he's so cute. So here's the final reveal of everything. And so there's my little toilet paper snowman. you know, releasing the birds or catching the birds, whatever one, you know. And yeah, you could knock on him. He's all, so it's pretty cool. He's pretty sturdy. And then that's my little winter scene. And then there's my little Santa hat, Christmas tree. I'm thinking of the bow. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the bow? And if a bow, should it be red or should it be blue? Let me know in the comments down below. And then there's, sorry, there's my little pickle Santa gnome. Let me know what you guys think. I look forward to it. Again, I want to thank you, Kathy Jo, with Kathy Jo DIYs, as well as Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIYs. And thank you again, Joanne, for this wonderful, crazy, stressful collaboration. I appreciate it so much. So have a Merry Christmas, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps me out, and it means the world to me. And I appreciate every single one of you. Until I see you again on the next one, which is hopefully Friday, but I can't, you know, guarantee anything. May God bless you, and you have a wonderful week. Bye.